or may not enter the home of a vulnerable adult to provide protective services who lacks capacity and is believed to be abused. They may enter without permission and take them into protective custody but need to get a court order permitting the state to keep the individual in protective custody. Number 52. Law enforcement may or may not enter the home of a vulnerable adult against their will to provide protective services who is competent but is believed to be abused. They may not enter without permission. Number 53. Who must sign the comprehensive assessment to certify its accuracy? A registered nurse. Number 54. The DON must be what type of nurse? A registered nurse. Number 55. The charge nurse must be what type of nurse? Either a registered nurse or a licensed practical nurse. Number 56. A skilled nursing facility must have licensed nurses on duty how many hours per day? 24 hours. Number 57. A facility must have how many staff members at each nursing station at all times? At least one staff member that can be a nurse or nurse aide. Number 58. A 3-story nursing facility with 3 nursing stations on each floor must have a minimum of how many staff members on duty? 9. Number 59. The consultant pharmacist must check resident drug regimens at least how often? Monthly. Number 60. The consultant pharmacist must account for and reconcile all drugs in the facility at least how often? Quarterly. Number 61. Must deposit Medicare resident funds totaling how much into an interest-bearing account? $100. Number 62. Must deposit Medicaid resident funds totaling how much into an interest-bearing account? $50. Number 63. The waiting period to file suit against a facility is how many days? 75 days. Number 64. Who must determine the contents of the emergency medication kit? The DON and medical director and the consultant pharmacist. Number 65. A facility has how many days to pay an administrative fine? 30 days. Number 66. You will receive the results of a compliance survey within how many days of the survey team exiting your facility? 10 days. Number 67. An individual specifically designated to make decisions via a designation of a healthcare surrogate or a durable power of attorney is called what? A surrogate. Number 68. Nurse aides must complete all charting in resident charts by what time frame? By the end of their shift. Number 69. Best way to clean an ice cream scoop is which device? A running water dipper well. Number 70. What is the proper way to store an ice scoop when not in use? The scoop should be stored in a covered bin with an air drain to prevent contamination. Number 71. If an ice scoop is stored in the ice, the scoop should be stored with the handle in the ice or extending out of the ice? The handle extending out of the ice. Number 72. Who is in charge of the resident feeding program? The DON. Number 73. Who can train volunteers to feed residents? A licensed nurse or speech and occupational therapist or a registered dietitian. Number 74. Food service must be open how many hours each day? 12 hours a day. Number 75. Physicians must visit residents once monthly for the first blank and then every other month. 90 days. Number 76. A physician has a blank day grace period if required visit was late. 10 day. Number 77. An individual can work under a provisional nursing home administrator license for how many days? 180 days. Number 78. Biomedical waste is any waste contaminated with what bodily fluid? Human blood. Number 79. The medical director must visit facility at least how often? Monthly. Number 80. Need a medical errors course how often to renew an administrator license? 2 years. Number 81. Which advance directive can only make financial decisions? A power of attorney. Number 82. Which advance directive delegates both financial and health decision making? A durable power of attorney. Number 83. True or false? The administrator must ensure that a poster with required contact information for key agencies is posted by the employee time clock. False. Must be posted in a prominent public place in the facility. Number 84. Privacy curtains must hang how many inches from the ceiling? 18 inches. Number 85. Who has ultimate responsibility for the facility? The governing body. Number 86. Potentially hazardous foods that have been cooked and then refrigerated must be reheated rapidly to what temperature? 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 87. Personnel afflicted with a communicable disease and infected wounds or sores or acute respiratory infection may or may not be allowed to work in any area where they could contaminate food? May not. Number 88. In case of an emergency, a physical or chemical restraint may be applied only by whom? Number 89. What is in the middle compartment of a 3-compartment sink? Fresh water. Number 90. A resident may take home unused medication with the permission of whom? The attending physician. Number 91. Facility financial records must be brought current how often? Quarterly. Number 92. Potentially hazardous foods that have been cooked and then refrigerated must be reheated rapidly to what temperature? 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Number 93. Stuffed meats must be heated to what temperature? Degrees Fahrenheit. Number 94. Mops and rugs would be cleaned in where in the kitchen? The utility sink. Number 95. A preceptor's certification is valid for how long? 3 years. Number 96. An inactive license may remain on inactive status for how long? Indefinitely. Number 97. True or false? A resident's medical and other records are open to public inspection? False. They are Number 98. True or false? A resident has the right to work for the facility as they request to do so? True.